friends, welcome back to our channel Archidata Labs. Today we are going to see one new topic under Linux and Unix series. So hope we have covered like a couple of things in Linux and Unix series before, like how to write simple functions, how to write a simple shell script, and what are all the top 30 basic commands that can be used in Linux in our day-to-day life. Today what we are going to cover, simple and very most important one that can be done in effectively in a project wise, right? So basically, how are we going to compress our files and how are we going to decompress our files? Before going into deeply, let me tell you like what is the importance of compression and decompression. Compression is basically, it is used for shrinking your file size. When you are working in a project with huge file size, let's say you have like around 1 GB, that 1 GB, the data transfer from between one folder to another folder or between clusters, or it can be readable, that will take time. So how you can eliminate this? You want to simply compress accordingly. There are like couple of algorithms are there like Gzip, Bzip, deflate, Bzip, like that. But we can use Gzip is a one effective compression technique where it is effectively used across in a couple of projects. So compression is one technique where used for compressing your file, and also it helps us to transfer your files very fastly, and also it saves our storage cost as well when you go for cloud in terms of AWS or Azure or GCP or whatever. Likewise, decompression is nothing but how do you uncompress your files whenever you try to compress your files. So decompress is basically, once you compress it, you want to extract all your files accordingly. That's why we call them as decompress. Here are a couple of commands we have: gzip and gunzip. Gzip is used for zipping your file. So we remember that we used to have a .zip file in our Windows or Linux, right? Likewise, gunzip is used for decompressing our files. Okay, and then followed by taking archive, tar command. Tar command is nothing but tape archive. Okay, TAR stands for tape archive. Archive, compress and decompress. So these are some of the commands that I would like to say. So let me go to the EC2 instance, and where we are going to couple of things demo today. So now if I go here, I have couple of folders. I just going to navigate to this folder where I have like two files: test file 1, test file 2. So if you see here, the size of this file is 16062. It is in KBs. So now I want to decrease it. So how should I do? I want to just simply compress it. So now how should I do? Let me do this. So we have two different files. I'm going to use command called gzip. Okay, so I'm going to compress both the files. So how should we do? Test file star.txt, that takes both files 1 and 2 accordingly. So now I just want to simply use it, and it makes the extension of .gz accordingly. If you really notice this, the file size have been come down with 621 bytes from 16 KB. So obviously it is used to do zipping your files with the extension of .gz accordingly. Now if I want to unzip those files, these two files, okay, so let me do like one by one. So how should I do? Simple, it is using a command called gunzip and followed by the file name test file 1.txt.gz. So what it will give, it will again decompress your files accordingly. So whichever the state which has already been there, right, in txt format, it has just decompressed it using command called gunzip. So remember, gzip is for compressing, gunzip is for decompressing. Okay, yes. And even you can do like gzip -d. That is also one more command that you can do. Gunzip or gzip -d, both are similar to each other, so you can do any commands as you wish. So if I do here, again I can able to revert back my older files with extension of .txt with the original size itself. Alright, now second exercise. Well, how are we going to do a tar, tape archive? So simple command is tar xvf. Xvf stands for, maybe I'll tell you, CVF. Okay, two combinations, CVF and XVF. C stands for compress, V stands for verbose, F stands for file. Similarly, X stands for extract. So whenever you want to do an archive, use the command CVF. Whenever you want to unarchive the files, you want to extract the archived files, use XVF accordingly. So what I'm going to do, use compress, compressing in the sense your txt file to make it into a tar file. I'm just going to take it as an archive file. So CVF, I'm going to put test file start.txt. Okay, now what it did, simple. Okay, so similarly the command is used to, this is not the right command, so what should we do, test, let me give a name called test.tar and then followed by test file start.txt. Okay, so your command should be tar followed by cvf or xvf accordingly, followed by the tar name. Okay, I'm in this case I'm giving test.tar and then followed by the files. You can give like text file 1, text file 2, 3 like that. Similarly I have the same pattern, that's why I'm using star.txt. so what this will do, basically it just populates the files in the tar file accordingly. If we see here test.tar. Okay, so if you see here 4960 kilobytes have been used in test.tar. Again, if you want to zip this file, simple, go to gzip test.tar. So what this will make, it will make it under the extension of .gz accordingly. So if you see here further again, the tar file, the archived file. So the archived file, which is nothing but it has both data and metadata accordingly, and then it just does a compress again, which makes effectively, see if you see here the original size is 16062. Now if you do a tape archive tar command and then you are gzip, you are then following with the size half 856 bytes only. Alright, yes. So if you want to extract these files, simple, use a command called xvf test.tar.gz. Simple, it will tell you like what are all the files you want to extract. So now if I put here, you will be able to get all these two files accordingly, right? And then one more command that we can use effectively, -tf. Okay, test.tar. This will tell you like it will list you all the files which is present in the tar file. Okay, in tar file or even tar.gz. Okay, so let me go here. So use this command test.tar.gz. so use this command tar-tf. T means T represents list of contents it will print out in your prompt. So three commands basically we have seen. One is cvf compress verbose file, and then followed by extract verbose file, and then followed by -tf. tf is nothing but list out the contents present in the this file. Okay, if you want to really unzip this file again, so what should you do, simple, gzip. So what this will make, it will come back to tar file again. So it will just decompress this gz file to tar file, the original file accordingly. Okay, so now if you want to again similarly use this command, list out the files, simple, it will list out the files accordingly. Alright, so now today we have seen couple of things, how to compress the files, how to decompress the compressed file, and also how to tape the tape archive tar file command usage, and how to do a zipped file, I mean compressing the tar file accordingly and then do a decompress of the tar file. So how to list out the compressed files. So all these things today we have seen and today we have covered accordingly. So in my next video I'm going to cover couple of things like how do we going to log analysis, how are we going to use awk command, cut command, fight command accordingly. So if you really like this video, please do subscribe to my channel and keep watching my videos accordingly. Thank you guys for watching this video. Bye.